Okay, so hi everyone, this is Mayank and today we are going to discuss about a new concept, Nostro, Vostro and Loro account. So what is this Nostro, Vostro and Loro account? These are called as a bank account of one bank in another country's bank. So this sounds difficult to understand. Let's dig into this concept. And it's very easy to understand. Nostro, Vostro and Loro account. So I will give you a couple of examples. Let's say this is US and this is India. First of all, we are taking only two countries. And let's say this is Bank of America. This is State Bank of India in India. And this is ICICI Bank. Now what happens is it's not the customers or people like us only who have the bank accounts in the banks. In fact, one bank will also have an account in this another bank. SBI Bank will also have an account with ICICI Bank. So they have some kind of agreement in between them. Now, if SBI wants to make a payment to someone in America, SBI can use their account. Whose account? SBI's account in Bank of America. Like I can open an account in Bank of America, SBI can also open an account in Bank of America. Who is stopping them? No one. So there will be an account here somewhere, let's say here. So this is SBI's account in Bank of America. Can I say that? SBI's account in Bank of America. Now who we are in this entire scenario, from whose angle we are interpreting everything. So let's say we are SBI. This is we are SBI. So if I talk about this account, I can say that this is my account. I am SBI. This is my account in Bank of America. So my account in their bank, someone else's bank. My account in their bank. This is called as Nostro account. Then comes Vostro and then comes Loro. So my account, their bank. This is Nostro account. Now the same account will be called as the Vostro account for Bank of America. Vostro account means their account in my bank. So can you see, this is just the opposite of Nostro. Now if you talk from the angle of the Bank of America, this same account is in my bank. I am Bank of America. The same account is in my bank, and the bank, this account is their account, SBI's account. So this is for me, for Bank of America. This account is their account in my bank, and this account becomes Vostro for Bank of America. The same account is Nostro for SBI. These are Italian words. That's why I'm not saying nostro. It's not tro. it's not true, it's true. Okay. Now what is Loro account? Instead of there, I will write your bank, your account. Let it be there only. It will not create any kind of confusion. Okay, so what is Loro account? See, the same account can be Loro account. The same account can be Loro account, but it will be Loro for ICICI Bank. Because for ICICI Bank, this account is not there. This account is of not ICICI, and the bank is also not ICICI. So this account is of SBI and Bank of America, in Bank of America. So their bank with their account, like their account with their bank. Sorry, their account with their bank. So it's their account with their bank. Both the there are different. Okay, it's not me. I am not involved anywhere. The account is also not mine, and the bank is also not mine. For ICICI Bank, this is a Loro account. There are some transactions. Let's say, for example, ICICI Bank wants to make a payment in America to some party, and ICICI Bank does not have any account in America. At that time, ICICI Bank will go to SBI Bank to seek their help. ICICI Bank will say that ICICI Bank will request SBI Bank to use this account. So if ICICI Bank is making payment through this account in America, that means ICICI Bank is using their account, SBI's, from their bank. That means Bank of America. So the bank and the account both are not of ICICI. When this happens, it is called as a Loro account. Okay. Are you clear with this? One more time, just to avoid the confusion. The same account is Nostro, the same account is Loro, and the same account is Vostro. Nostro, Vostro or Loro doesn't mean three different accounts. It can be the same account. It depends upon the angle from whose angle you are interpreting this account. If you are interpreting this account from the angle of Bank of America, it's Vostro, because this account is in my bank, their account is in my bank. But if you interpret it from the angle of the SBI, this account is my account. If I am SBI, this account is my account in their bank. And if I interpret it from ICICI Bank, it's not even my account, not even my bank, nor my bank. So it's a Loro account. If I'm using this account to do any kind of transaction, it's a Loro account for ICICI. Okay, is it clear with you? Same account can be Nostro, Vostro and Loro. It depends upon the party from whose angle you are talking. So that's it. Nothing more is there in this concept. We will solve some question based on Nostro, Vostro and Loro now, and you will realize, you will get a clarity. This is question number 78. Have a look. This is the one of the easiest question. You as a forex dealer have dealing position in your account in London, particulars in pound. So instead of dealing, write down forward position. Forward nahi. Keep it dealing only, but the meaning of dealing position here is foreign currency position, but we are a dealer in your account in London, right? Right. This is a foreign currency position. So understand that you are the forex dealer and you have a foreign currency position in your account in London. So let's say we are in India. We have an account in London. So that account is Nostro for us. Why Nostro? Let's interpret. You will understand why Nostro. We are in India. Our bank has an account in their bank. So that account is my account and that bank is their bank. So that's why it's a Nostro account. So the details of that account is given. Opening balance oversold. It's a position, it's not a cash balance. First of all, there is a difference between a position and a cash balance. Let me give you an example for that. So let me take an example that I enter into a contract with you where both of us agree that after 6 months I am going to sell dollars to you at 50 rupees. So after 6 months the actual cash flow will happen. But today I have opened a position. And what kind of position? It's a sell forward position. Sell. I'm going to sell dollars to you, na? So that's a position. So do you understand the difference between actual cash flow and a position? Position is just a statement. Is just a statement which shows some future transactions which are going to happen. So if I enter into a contract with you today, that doesn't mean the cash flow is happening. That means only the position is being taken place. Here they are dealing in a position. Okay. If I'm selling you the foreign currency today, that means I'm taking a position as well as the cash flow is happening. But if I'm only entering into a forward contract with you, that means it's only a position. Cash flow is not there. So opening balance oversold. Then purchase of checks not credited to account. Then outstanding forward contracts, sales forward, purchases forward, outstanding. DD issued not yet presented. Bill purchased in hand but not due. What must you do to square up your position? First of all, let's start one by one with the every treatment. So this is going to be a statement of foreign currency. Statement of position in foreign currency, specifically GBP here. So this is going to be a statement. I will write down particulars here and I will write down purchase position or buy position or sell position simply. Okay, now understand. First thing is opening balance oversold. Oversold, that means 187,500. That's an oversold position. I will write down this in sell column. Why I am writing this in sell column? Because this is oversold position and you will ask what is the meaning of this. First, opening oversold, it means till yesterday, because today you are opening. Okay, so the closing balance till yesterday, we can say closing position till yesterday was oversold. It means we have more contracts we have higher value of GBP sell contract than GBP buy. I will explain this. Let's say today I promised to you that from you I am going to buy $50,000. Sorry, let's take pound. To some other, since I am the dealer, I deal with a lot of people in the country. So I entered into a contract with you to buy 50,000 pound. With that person, I entered into a contract to sell 1 lakh pound. With that person, I entered into a contract to sell 2 lakh pounds. So in total, till yesterday, I entered into a contract with 3 people: you, that person, and that person. From you, I'm going to buy 50,000. To that person, I'm going to sell 1 lakh. To that person, I'm going to sell 2 lakhs. So what is the net position for me? For me, sell 2 lakhs, sell 1 lakh, 3 lakhs, buy 50,000, less 50. That means net position is oversold position. In net, I have to sell $2,50,000. 2 lakhs plus 1 lakh, 3 lakhs sell, less 50,000, 2,50,000. That's what oversold position is. It means till yesterday I had more sales contract than buy contract. That's why the balance was oversold. Okay, that's why I have written it in sale side. Next is purchase of checks not credited to the account. We as a foreign exchange dealer, we have purchased checks not credited. We have purchased some checks of GBP. First of all, let's write down this explanation of this. We purchased a check. Purchasing a check means purchasing the foreign currency. Purchasing the foreign currency, but it is not yet credited. It's okay. That means we have opened a position to purchase. We will credit tomorrow and the entry will reflect, the balance will reflect in our account. So purchase of checks, it means buying foreign currency, which is GBP. Selling check means selling foreign currency. Just a second. When this check will get cleared, so buying a check from someone means buying the foreign currency. Simple. See, if that is a check, on that check it is written that $2 lakh, $2 lakh will be sold. So if you are presenting a check to someone, that means you are selling that amount and the other person is buying that amount. So if we are buying, that means write it in buy column, 1,64,000. $1,64,000 GBP. Next, outstanding forward contract, sales purchases. It's very simple. We will write forward sell outstanding, forward buy outstanding, 4096500. It will be written on sale side. We have taken a position to sell foreign currency, so write it in sell column. Second one is purchases, that means we have taken a position to buy foreign currency, 3651500. Then this is simple, okay, sales and purchases. Now this is important. DD issued not yet presented for payment. What does that mean? See, DD issued not yet presented. It means we have sold foreign currency. We have sold GBP. Through DD. DD means demand draft. And one more thing, cancellation of DD issued. If you come across this thing, what does that mean? If DD issued means selling GBP, and if you say that the DD issued is being cancelled, that means the sell position has to be cancelled. So it will be written on buy side. Why buy side? Why on a purchase side? And it's very simple. See, it will be written on a purchase side because when you issued DD, you took the position on sell side. Now this sell side position has to be cancelled. That's why we are writing it in a buy side. See, if I write 10 lakh on sell side, if I write 10 lakh on buy side, it is cancelled, right? So it means when DD is issued, it is treated as sales and hence written on sell side. When DD is cancelled, when DD issued is cancelled, then we will write it on buy side, simply to cancel. Sell side. Okay, this will come in the next part, next question. Right now we have only this situation, DD issued. So DD issued how much? 6,10,400. It is 6,10,040. 6,10,040. 610040, right? Next is bill purchased in hand and which is not due. Bill purchased. Bill purchased. What does that mean? Let's write down the third or fourth item in this. Bill purchased. It means exporter sold goods to customer, raised a bill to him, sold that bill to us, to bank. That means bank purchased export bill and now customer will pay foreign currency to bank on due date. Now you may be asking, why not import? Import bill can also be sold to the bank. No, we cannot sell the import bill to the bank. Why? It's very simple. See, import bill has a due date. That means we have a payable. If we are importer, we have a payable to the other party after 3 months. So that bill today is of no use. Means we don't have to do anything today with that bill. It's just the export bill. Let's say for example, I exported goods, a party exported goods to some customer and the total receivable from that customer is $1 lakh. Now this exporter will receive this $1 lakh from the customer after 3 months. And if the exporter needs money today itself, he will sell the bill to me, the bank. Now exporter sold that bill to me and asked me to collect the money from customer. After 3 months, now customer will pay to the bank directly, not to the exporter. Because I am in a position right now, I purchased the bill from the exporter and it's kind of a discounting of bill. So after deducting some amount or fees or charges, I paid the exporter in terms of rupees. Now I am going to collect $1 lakh after 3 months from customer. So basically it is an inflow of foreign currency to the bank. I'm again explaining this thing. Just understand. This is exporter, customer in US, and this is bank. Now what will happen? Goods have been sold to the customer. Sold goods. Logically after 3 months that customer should pay to the exporter, but that is not going to happen. Exporter sold the bill to me, dollar bill only. Okay? After deducting some charges, I paid rupees to, this is called as discounting of the bill. I paid rupees to the exporter, okay, the bank. Now after 3 months, this customer will pay $1 lakh, because the bank will represent this bill to the customer and customer will pay to the bank that how much amount? $1 lakh. Now tell me, every party, his account has been settled. For the customer, he purchased the goods, he paid the amount. For the exporter, he sold the goods and he received the amount from bank. And for the bank, he paid rupees to the exporter, received dollar from the customer. So all the parties are being settled. But now look at the transaction. For the bank, the dollar is an inflow. It's a purchasing dollar. So we will write it in the purchase column. That's 1442 820. So this is all transaction. This is the position. It doesn't mean the real cash inflow and outflow is happening on that date. It's just the position that we are taking. Real cash inflow outflow will happen in future. So let's make a total of all. $52, $58, $320. $48, $94, $040. Balance overbought position. You can clearly see there is an overbought position in balance. How much? $364,280. So this is the balance. Okay, now tomorrow if we again want to make a statement of position in foreign currency, we will start with an overbought position. We will write opening balance overbought in another statement, because here the closing balance is overbought, right? It will be an overbought position as an opening balance in the next statement. This is how this opening balance of 1,87,500 were arrived. Okay, was arrived. Now, what must you do to square up your position? So this is final, right? See, in order to square up, what do you mean by square up? Square up means no overbought, no oversold position, nil. Sell forward GBP 36428. 36,428 GBP should be sold forward. Just a second. Should be sold forward. It is, yeah, 77. And why we will sell? Because it is an overbought position at present. Let me check once. It is 364,280, right? 280. So 3,64,280 pounds has to be sold in forward market. We have to take a position of sell. So once we take a sell position, we will write this in a sell column and both the values will match and the net position will be 0. That is called as squaring up. Squaring up means close the position. No overbought, no oversold, finish. So this is what we have to do. Now you may ask that why sell forward? Why not sell spot? It's very simple. This entire statement is of the position, not a real cash flow. And here also you have to take a position. If you take sell spot, it means the position as well as real cash outflow, because you are selling the currency at spot today itself. But this doesn't mean the cash flow today. It means sell forward. Cash flow will happen in future, but the position is taken today. So this is how we have to solve such type of questions of nostro, ostro and loro account. They will ask you to make a statement of position in foreign currency, whether it is overbought or oversold. This was question number 77. Let's have a look on 70. Sorry, this is 78. Question 79. Suppose you are a dealer of ABC Bank and on 20th October 2014 you found that the balance in Nostro account, first of all, you are a dealer of a bank, so you are a forex dealer here, okay? Now you found that the balance in Nostro account with XYZ Bank in London is £65,000 and you have an overbought position of 35,000 during the day. Following transactions have been taken place. There are two things right now. One is a bank account and one is a statement of position. Statement of position can be written on any book. If you write in a simple register, that will be called as a statement of position in foreign currency. But a real bank account is there in which the real cash flow or the real currency will be there. So there are two things in this question. The Nostro account will has a balance of £65,000 in currency, but in terms of position we have an overbought position of 35,000. Both of them has no relation, so don't compare how it is possible that we have a currency of 65,000 but we have to sell in forward at 35,000 pound. It's okay, or sell or buy, whatever it is. Position is position, it doesn't matter, it doesn't affect your cash balance. Today if I enter into a contract with you to sell foreign currency, is it going to affect the cash balance? No. So it will be added here, but it will not be added in the real account, na? Unless and until real cash flow occurs, that account will not get affected. Okay, what steps would you take if you are required to maintain a credit balance of £7,500 in a Nostro account and keep a position of overbought in £7,500? So in the statement of position, the balance should be £7,500. In the Nostro account, the balance should be £7,500. Couple of things that you need to write down before starting this question. Nostro account, it means our account in their bank. First of all, okay. Our account in their bank. Now this account is like a passbook. For us, it gets credited on cash inflow and debited on cash outflow. Am I right? This is not the account that we are maintaining. This is the account that someone else is maintaining. Passbook is the same thing. Passbook is the same thing. Your account in ICICI Bank shows the credit if the amount is deposited in that. It shows the debit if the amount is withdrawn from that. So your bank account in Tally is different thing, but your bank account in the ICICI Bank is like a Nostro account. So this bank also has a account in a bank in other country, so that's why it is called as Nostro account. Okay, so whenever there will be a cash flow, this account will get affected. If there is a cash flow, this account will get affected. If it is inflow, credit the account. If it is outflow, debit the account. But now forward position, buy and sell, or we can say buy and sell position which does not involve cash flow will have no impact on Nostro account, right? So if I enter into a contract with you for forward sell or let's say forward buy, so this is just an agreement. This is not a cash flow today. This is not a cash flow. This is just an agreement. So this transaction will be written in a statement, but not in the Nostro account. Nostro account gets affected only when there is real cash inflow or outflow. Okay. So let's start. This is in pound. Statement of position. Okay. One more thing to explain. We are in India. Our bank, ABC Bank, has an account in some London bank. Okay. So that account which is in London bank is a Nostro account for us. And in that account we have a balance of £65,000. Statement of position. So this is just a statement. On one side we will write purchase. You can write buy also. On another side we will write sales or sale. And this is particular. Let's start with this. Overbought position. Opening overbought. How much? £35,000. I think somewhere here I am starting the Nostro account as well. Nostro account. Debit, credit. It's a real bank account, no? So it will have a debit and credit balance. Particulars. Opening credit balance is there in Nostro account. How much? That balance is £65,000. Cool. Now let's start. There are two things that we are maintaining. This is just a statement written on a written in our books or let's say a register, and this is a Nostro account with some other bank. First thing that is happening is DD purchased. DD purchased means, let's write down, does it impact cash flow? In every situation we will consider that. So DD purchased is a position that means we are buying £12,500. We have not purchased the pounds, we have purchased the contract, DD, demand draft. Okay, so we are buying, so it's a buy position, purchase position 12,500. We can write straight away DD purchased 12,500. Should I write it? Since I have purchased, so should I do the debit or credit here? No, because it does not involve cash flow. It's just the DD that you have purchased. You have not purchased the pound yet. You will purchase the pound when this DD will get cleared. Second, purchased a bill on London. Similarly, as compared to the previous question, this is the same situation. We have purchased a bill on London. So basically, bill on London means what? Have a look. It means bank will buy GBP from customer in future. So exporter raised a bill to the customer. Now customer is going to pay us, we are going to buy. Same situation. I will not explain much. It is the same like this, bill purchased, buying situation. 40,000 pounds. Now sold forward TT. Sold forward TT. So sold means we have sold the currency. TT means telegraphic transfer. But if it would have been only sold TT, that means a real cash outflow is also there. But it says forward. That means we have just entered into an agreement with someone to sell the foreign currency at some future date. So this does not involve cash flow, this does not involve cash flow, and this does not involve cash flow. This is just a sales position that we have taken. Forward means in future we are going to sell. So today it is not going to affect Nostro account. 30,000. Then forward purchase contract cancelled. First of all, it's a purchase, and when it gets cancelled, it will be written in sales. Because when you purchased forward, that means you would have written it in purchase column. Now you are cancelling that. So how to cancel something which is written in purchase column? By writing the same thing in sales column. And when you want to cancel this, this is a sales position, because purchase will get cancelled with sales. So we'll write this forward purchase cancelled. So forward purchase contract cancelled, 15,000 will be written on the sale side. Then remitted by TT. Here it's a cash flow also. They do not commit, this statement do not commit something that is going to happen in future. It is happening today itself. Today itself you remitted 37,500. Remittance means transferred this much currency to some other account. So this is sold, this currency is sold. Purchased by TT means buying, the cash inflow is there. But remitted means selling, transferring. So from your account you transferred 37,500 GBP. So this is a position today, as well as it will affect Nostro account because this involves cash flow. So when you transfer 37,500 from your account to someone else's account, let's say vendor account or someone like that, it will be debited in your account, debited from your account. So remitted by TT. Your account balance will get reduced. Why? Because out of 65,000 pounds you transferred 37,500 to someone else's account, balance will be left in your bank account, Nostro account. So It is like this. Let's say, for example, this is a London bank, this is bank in India. Now I have to make a payment. Customer came to me in India and customer said that I have to make a payment in London to some party. So customer is requesting me to make the payment to that party. I am going to request this bank in London to make the payment to this party. So by sitting here in India, I can call that bank and that bank will debit my account. They will take the money from my account, which is there with their bank, and they will transfer it to that person's account. The story is over. I will take the rupee cash flow from his account, from the customer's account, and this bank will give the GBP to that customer's account. Both the bank has done their work. Now, draft on London cancelled. First of all, let's say draft issued. It is issued by banks. It means selling GBP. So this will affect sales column. So we have entered into a sales column. This much amount we entered into a sales column when we issued that draft. But later during that day, customer came to us and requested to cancel this draft. And in order to cancel a sales position, we will write it in purchase column. Simple. Okay. So we'll write it in purchase column at the time it is cancelled. How much amount? 15,000. Let's do the total. So that's around 1,02,500 here. $82,500 here. Balance overbought position is there. How much? 20,000 if you can see. And let's make the total. There are no more transactions here. We can say it's a closing balance. How much? It's a closing credit balance of around 37,500. That's 27,500. And one more thing, this also does not include cash. It's just the draft which has been cancelled, okay, not a real cash. So these are the two balances. These are the two balances, closing balance. In Nostro account I have a balance of 27,500 pound. This is in real pound, okay, and that is an overbought balance position. What the question is asking us, how much this balance should be and how much this balance should be. Question says, what steps would you take if you are required to maintain a credit balance of 7,500 in Nostro account? So let's first solve this. We want to keep the credit balance of 7,500 in Nostro. How much is the credit balance right now? It's 27,500. How much we have to keep? Only 7,500. So the balance 20,000 will have to be sold. in order to keep nostro balance sell spot £20,000. You may ask a question, why sell spot, why not sell forward? Why not sell forward? Because if it's a sell forward that does not include cash flow, it will affect statement but not affect the nostro account, and we have to reduce the nostro account by 20,000. That means we have to transfer the cash out of the account today itself. So spot. Just a second. Yeah, sorry. This will affect statement of position as well. And balance in statement of position will be, see, you sold spot, sold. How to write it in the statement? In the sales column. Right now we have overbought position. How much? 20,000. And how much we are selling? 20,000. The balance in statement of position will be 0. Overbought 20, sell 20, 0. Nil. That's the first thing. Okay, now next thing is, they asked you to keep an overbought position of 7,500. So in the statement also you have to keep an overbought position. In the statement also you have to keep an overbought position. What is the position right now in the statement? 0. This has already been nullified. 20,000 less 20,000. So after this transaction, the position in the statement will be nil, and we have to keep an overbought position. It will be written like this: in order to keep overbought position, buy forward 7,500. Since it's a forward contract, it will affect only, it will not affect nostro account. Now you may ask a question, why only buy forward? See, first buy is there because we have to keep overbought position. Then why forward, why not spot? Because if we take buy spot, then okay, you will achieve this overbought position. In order to keep an overbought position of 7,500, you will achieve this, but buy spot means affecting the nostro account also, and the nostro account will become 15,000. It was 7,500 after this transaction, and we are buying again. It will become 15,000, 7,500 plus 7,500. So we want a transaction which affects only statement, not the Nostro account, because we have achieved the target in Nostro. We just want to achieve the target in this statement of position. So this 20,000 got reduced by a transaction that we did in Nostro account, and after that we took a forward position in GBP. We will buy in some future date, and that will be 0 plus 7,500, 7,500. So this is how you have to solve. These two things are important. This is your working. This should not be written in the exam. This is just for the purpose of understanding. Okay, I hope you understood how to solve such type of questions. The last question is there on this and you will solve it. I'm going to give you that question as homework. So question 78, 79 was similar. 80 is similar to the previous question, and this you will take it as homework. I don't know, I don't think everything is there. See, balance in Nostro account, this is a credit balance, opening overbought position. So in Nostro you will write 1 lakh credit and you will start with a statement with overbought position. Then purchase the bill on Zurich, write it on buy side. Sold forward TT, write it on buy side. It's a forward, that means it does not include cash flow. Then forward purchase cancelled, write it in sell side, because if it was a purchase only, buy side, but now cancelled, sell side. Remitted by TT, this will be sell side and Nostro account also. It will be debited in Nostro account. Draft on Zurich cancelled. When you issued the draft, you wrote it in sell side. When you are cancelling it, you will write it in buy side. And then you have to keep a balance of 30,000 and 10,000, similar to the previous question. Just the figures are changed and the country is changed. So you'll do it as homework. I will what I'm going to do, I will provide the answers to this question to you later on. So this was all about question number 80. Question number 81, 82, 83 and 84. 84, 85, 86, 87, 88. Not much is left. All the other questions will be solved in the next lecture. Bye bye for now.